Hi, hello, how are you everyone? This is Hamidul Islam. You are most welcome to Let's Learn Science. Today in this session, I will get you to introduce to class 9th first chapter of biology, fundamental unit of life. By the name of the lesson, you can guess what the lesson is all about. So without much more delay, let us start today's session. So the fundamental unit of life. This is the first lesson of your science, and this lesson is the first lesson of biology. This is the initial lesson, so you must put your importance, you must give your importance to this lesson, because if you understand this one properly, then further lessons are also you can understand in a proper way. So let us see what is the meaning of fundamental. Fundamental means foundation, or you can say on which a particular thing is used to exist. That is foundation or fundamental. So the fundamental unit of life is what? What is the foundation of the life? The foundation of the life is cell. The foundation of the life is what? Cell. Now, if we try to elaborate the meaning of cell, then what we get? It is not only the fundamental unit of life, it is also structural, because of cell we used to get the structure of our body, or only because of cell the living organism gets their body structure. So it is the structural unit. It is also called what? Functional unit. A structural unit, functional unit. Then it is also called basic unit of life. So in this way, what you can say, cell is the fundamental or structural, functional and basic. Any one we can call. Whatever you will write, that is the correct among these four terms, that is fundamental, structural, functional and basic. Right. That means living organism body is composed of what? Cell. Living organism is made up of cell. Now before going to study in detail, we should know the history of cell. Let us look into a brief history of cell. That is, how does cell discovered? Who discovered cell? In which way? In the year in 1665, in which year? 1665, an English scientist, English scientist named, what is the name? Robert Hooke. So in which year? In the year of 1665, an English scientist named what? Robert Hooke. What he done? He take a thin slice of cork from the lid of a bottle. From where he has taken? he has taken a thin slice of cord from the lid of a bottle, and he studied and observed that one under his self-designed microscope. And what he got, he saw some comb-like structure, or you can say some porous structure in that thin slice of cord, and he named it as a cell. What he named it? As a cell. So in the year of 1665, Robert Hooke take a thin slice of cord from the lid of a bottle, and he observed that one under his self-designed microscope, and he saw some honeycomb-like structure in the thin slice of cord, or you can call that one some porous structure, and he named those porous structure as what cell. This is how in the year 1665 he discovered cell. Understood? Next, one more scientist, Anton von Leeuwenhoek, Anton von Leeuwenhoek, and dust scientist, or you can say dust microscopist. He developed a microscope, and he was the first person to see the living cell in the pond water. What is it? Living cell. Living cell in the pond water. By what? By his own designed microscope. Later on, he also discovered sperm cell, and he identified the sperm cell of human, dog, rabbit, insects, frog. Right. So later on, he also discovered what? Discovered sperm cell, and identified the human sperm cell, frog sperm cell, then rabbit sperm cell, dog sperm cell. Like this, he discovered. Right. And after that, so Robert Hooke was the first scientist who saw the cell under the microscope, but that was a dead cell, because he taken the thin slice of cord, and cord is a substance which is found in the plant cell, in the cell wall of the plant. So he observed what type of cell? Dead cell in plants. But after that, Anton von Leeuwenhoek, he observed the living cell in pond water under his self-designed microscope. Later on also, he has discovered sperm cell and identified the sperm cell in human, rabbit, then insect and frog. After that, like this, many scientists has come, but you always remember one thing: Robert Hooke is the first person who pushed the vehicle of cell. Although during that time it was very insignificant and very small, seemed to be very small and insignificant, but he started the vehicle of the cell. He went on with his work. He also published his work in a book, that is Micrographia. micrograph here. That means what Robert Hooke has studied, what he has found during that time, he published all these things in a particular book that is called Micrographia. And after that only, Anton von Leeuwenhoek and some other scientists come, and like this way the history of the cell has been started. Right? And nowadays we are able to study about the cell in detail. We get their structure, we get their composition, right? What does it compose? Cell is composed of what type of things. All that we are able to study only because of that work he has done in the past, in the year of 1665. Understood? After that, like this, so many scientists come and they have given their contribution in the field of microscopic world as well as in the field of cell. But later on, Jacob Matthias Scherian and Jacob Matthias Sheldon and Theodor Schoen. These two scientists were the Jacob Matthias Sheldon, and Theodor Schoen. Tell me. These two scientists, Jacob Matthias Sheldon and Theodor Schoen, proposed the cell theory. What they have done? Cell theory. They come with the conclusion of cell theory. And what does cell theory states? That one you have got in your last class, in class 8. Then also let us revise. What does cell theory states? Cell theory states that each and every living organism is composed of what? Cell. Each and every living organism is composed of what? Cell. That means living organism, if it is living creature, if it is living thing, then it is made up of what? Cell. Then all the metabolic activities that is to take place inside the living body is to take place in the cell. In the cellular level only all the metabolic activities is used to take place. Then, some animals may be made up of one cell or some may be made up of more than one cell. And we used to develop, we used to grow by doing what? By multiplying the cell in our body. So, how does cell develop in the body? So, the new cell arises from the pre-existing cell. New cell arises from the pre-existing cell. So, what are the postulates of the cell theory? That it states that all living beings are composed of what? Cell. They are made up of cell. New cell arises from pre-existing cell. And all the activities of the body is used to take place in the cell. Then some organism may be made up of one cell or some organism may be made up of more than one cell. So like this said, the history of the cell is used to, the history of the cell started and now this is going on, and as a result of their study, their contribution, right, as a result of their contribution of the various scientists, they have done a lot of work on the particular topic, that is cell, and we are able to getting the opportunity to know more about this cell. Now let us see why just before few minutes I have told you cell is called fundamental unit, cell is called basic unit, it is called structural unit, it is called functional unit. Why it is called so? Some organism may be made up of single cell. On the basis of that they are called what? Unicellular organism, and some organism may be made up of more than one cell, they are called multicellular organism. But whatever it may be, I want to clear you one thing, that whatever it may be the type of animals or living beings, whether it is unicellular or multicellular, the life begins from the single cell. But now question may come in your brain that in case of multicellular organism more than one cell is there, sir. So how can we believe that? So life began from the single cell. Let me give you an example. You have got that one in the earlier class, that is in class 6. In class 7 also you have got that particular terms. You are very familiar with that term. If I told you, then you will become somebody, oh, I know. Right? That is, there are two types of reproduction. One is asexual reproduction, another is sexual reproduction. And most of the multicellular organism is used to reproduce by sexual mode of reproduction. So in the sexual mode of reproduction, what happens? Right? There is sexual intercourse in between the male and female. Male is used to give used to give sperm, that is male gamete. Used to give male gamete, and female is used to give, this is male. So male is to not male gamete, and female is to give her female gamete. Female gamete. Male gamete is called what? Sperm, and female gamete is called egg. These two combine together to form what? The fusion of male gamete and female gamete is called fertilization. As a result of fertilization, what is formed? Zygote. So this zygote is what? This is the single cell. So zygote, it is a single cell. So life begins from the single cell. Zygote, then zygote divides itself, then it becomes embryo. Embryo divides itself so many times, then it becomes, fetus, and after that, baby, like this, a new offspring is used to born. Is it clear? That is, life begins from a single cell, whether it is unicellular organism or multicellular organism, or there is no need to recall about unicellular organism, as their body is made up of what, a single cell. But in case of multicellular organism also, their life is used to begin with what? Say single cell, that is from zygote. Understood? Now let us proceed further. Again, I have told you that it is the structural and fundamental unit of life. Why? Because in case of multicellular organism, in case of what? Multicellular organism, there is division of labor. Just now we have come to know multicellular organisms life also stored with single cell. But how does it possible? They used to do different type of tasks, different types of activities are going on in the body. Division of labor. So what happened? As well as we come to know the foundation of the life is what? Cell. So how all these things are possible? If I give you one example, then it will be very clear for you, and I hope you will never forget. Let's see. This is what? Cell. When cell combine together, then what happens? Many cells combine together. Cells are structural and functional. That means cell is to give our body structure. It is to perform all the function of our body. Right? So many cells combine together, and they have some purpose in the body. So when many cells combine together, then what happens? They form tissue. Many cells combine together to form a tissue. Many tissue combine together to form what? To form what? Organs. Many organs. I will write this one. So many cells combine together to form what? Tissue. Many tissue combine together to form organs. Many organs combine together to form what? Organ system. Organ system. And many organ systems combine together and give the whole organism. We have got that is organism. So now, did you get the points? That what happened? Cell is the fundamental. Cell is the, which is the fundamental unit of life. Cell is the fundamental unit of life. Is it clear, my dear children? You know why? Because cell combine together to form tissue. There is cell in our body. Millions of cells are there. Billions of cells are there. So many cells combine together to form the tissue. And after that, many tissue combine together to form organs. Our nose is an organ. Our head is an organ. This hand is an organ. So this organ also composed of cell. Many cells combine together to form tissue. And tissue combining, we have got our organ. Then you see organ system. Organ, then what do we have got? Organ system or respiratory system or digestive system. So these are what? These are different organ system. Different organ are involved in a particular system in the body to carry out a particular types of tasks in order to survive. Then what happens? To become the full. That is all organism. Alright. So this is all about today's session. I hope you understood it in a proper way. Besides that also, if you have any doubts and confusion, then please comment me in my comment section. And keep watching. Let's learn science.